Okay.
Whatever.
She was thick as fuck.
So
What Asian know thick as fuck besides?
2022, we got thick Asians. There's very not a lot of them. We got some.
Look, the last thick Asian y'all had was Bolo.
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. You know, I feel like it's kind of not magical, but like it's nostalgic hearing Juice's nails going across the floor.
Why you say that?
Because it's been a while. Like, you know, I mean, people listen to this, it's just coming the next week, but it's been a couple of weeks since we got a chance to record. So, you know, it feels like it's something that's been missing in my life.
My dog's nail clippings.
Yeah, I mean, I like dogs better than people, so you know.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But she did get them cut. You know, she was in the vet for the whole time I was gone, so they took care of her.
Yeah, well, how was she when you picked her up? That she was like, "This motherfucker is back in my life now."
And she walked out and just sat down and just put her head down like, "Fuck." Now I'm joking. Nah, she was happy. You know, threw a collar on her and you know, took her outside. She jumped in the truck and shit. That was it.
Nice. Well, with that being said, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta. How's everybody doing out there?
Well, I hope everybody's doing good because, you know, it depending on when you're listening to this, chances are you're not listening to it when we're recording because we're recording right now. But it is our first episode of 2023.
Yes, indeed. Had to hit the little DJ, whatever it is, horns or whatever.
I shouldn't be dating this thing. Like we should be making these episodes so that people don't realize when we film them, but fuck it.
Oh man.
You're not the smartest men in the world.
Shit, for real.
But yeah, man. Like, yeah, it's 2023. And like, I mean, officially this podcast has been running for a few months now, but unofficially we've been filming for like a year.
Over a year.
Bro.
No, hold on, wait. Before we continue this, it's 2023. You have officially accepted your black side. I see the African beads.
First of all, these are mala beads. And these got the tree of life. Not only does it have the tree of life, hold on. See a little.
Looks like a Timberland sign.
That's a little booty. That ain't a Timberland sign. It should be a Timberland sign. Timberland got jewelry now?
Yeah, fair. Man.
But no, I don't know. I've gotten used to wearing the mala beads and stuff like that. I don't know. My mom bought me a necklace, a gold necklace, like years ago.
Mm-hmm.
It had my name written in Cambodian in it, and it's dope. But like, I don't know, that just ain't me. Jewelry ain't me.
Is that the or not the same one, but something similar with your brother got?
Yeah. His says Saran, mine says Saran. It's written in Cambodian.
Yeah,
it's dope. But like, I don't know. If you see me, the most amount of jewelry I will have on is something like this and maybe a watch.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I don't think I've ever seen you wear jewelry.
No, it's just not my style. I don't know. And if I did, like, you know, I'd much rather like earthy things. I'm not saying gold ain't earthy, but like just
like beads and stones and
wood grain. They're more like natural, you know. I ain't that much of a flosser.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, unlike you know, I mean yours is, you know, tucked inside.
It's on there, you know,
tucked inside.
Yeah,
Dom Toretto over here.
Yeah. Well, I got my sleeves covered today. I'm actually rocking the Noodle Ninja.
See, yeah, you know, got a little bit of Asian in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we got a crazy episode on hand. I say crazy, and I'll elaborate on it a little later. But you know, I mean, as per always, let's start 2023 off right. Mr. Chris Brown, what you drinking?
Are you ready? Today,
I'm very ready.
Seeing how today is midday drinking, and I ain't got shit to do the rest of the day. I got my whole bar. Now I'm joking.
It's Saturday. You ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit
to do. About to get high. That'll be later. But of course,
you know why he don't want to do another Friday, right? Well, why he declined to do a couple Fridays. I think they might bring him back for another one, but like he had declined to do the sequels because he didn't want to be pretty much the mascot or the spokesperson for getting high and smoking.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Because Chris Rock don't really
Chris Rock, Chris Tucker.
drink. Chris Tucker, one of them. One of them Chris's.
Yeah.
Chris Tucker, Chris Rock, Chris Brown.
Hey. Chris
Jesus
Hemsworth.
Chris.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Apparently he just that's not really him, and he didn't want to be known for just like being the smoking guy. So
I was gonna say, I don't think anybody gonna take Snoop's spot.
yeah. But I mean, when you think of Chris Tucker, first thing that comes down is smoking.
Yeah. It's a twin, nigga. There's certain lines in that movie that just, that's gonna be him forever.
Around here, we call that a sin.
What do you say over here? What do you say? 25th and Crenshaw.
We call that a 20
nigga. And then Bernie
a little bit of that, for my cataracts.
Yeah, he's gonna get a little bit of that. And then he said, what was the lady's name? Across the street, Miss Parker. Oh, Miss Parker. Good Lord, you know what I want. What do you say? The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want. Oh man,
that's such a classic.
Man.
We should do a classic movie that like it's just we've seen and we both love. Like we got to do that sometime.
That still gets airplay on the regular.
Yeah, because I mean, the thing is, we like to do movies that we haven't seen yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
We do movies that we haven't seen that like instill new thoughts in our heads.
Yeah,
and get our brain going. But there's something to be said about watching something that is nostalgic, that and love, and that you can just keep quoting. There's a reason why that thing is stuck in your head.
Yeah, true.
So I think we should do that one of these days.
Okay.
All right. So, but as what we were talking about, what you drinking?
Right now, I got a coffee in front of me, but I also have.
What kind of coffee? You got cream and sugar, or is it black?
Black as hell.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The Dunkin' Donuts brand now too.
Oh, that Dunkin' Donuts is it's home.
Can you read that?
Pushkin nuts and nougat.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's a liquor.
Obviously.
Well, yeah, I brought some back because it goes good with coffee.
Well, it's got nuts and nougat. Nougat's the shit you find inside a Snickers bar.
Yeah. So, take a shot of this. Some coffee, you're good. Of course, now I ain't gonna drink too much of it.
Does it taste like nougat?
Yeah, it's actually like this is something you probably would like.
What you trying to say?
Because you like that sweet shit.
Whatever. I like it to taste good.
I mean, hey, it always tastes good.
Man, hey, Jack Daniels do not taste good.
It always tastes good. It ain't going nowhere. And then, of course,
it trust me, it don't taste good when you got a reference. Ooh, that burning sensation. Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, hey, the burn feels good. And of course, my trusty V8.
Is that a German V8 or is that?
No, that one is on the counter.
Okay,
that's what I'm gonna send to you.
What's the difference in taste between the German V8 and the regular?
The German one actually has peppers in it,
like green peppers and red peppers, or like
yellow.
Pepper. Oh, okay, so like the vegetable pepper, not the seasoning.
Yeah.
Okay.
And garlic.
Oh, okay.
And I think onion. I think all that's in there.
Okay, so it's a little more well-rounded.
Yeah, so there definitely is a difference in taste.
Yeah,
but I think really just the salt intake or sodium.
Which one do you prefer?
That's a good question, because I don't know if you ever paid attention. With the V8s, you can't see the separation in the drink, or at least I don't think you can. I've never looked hard enough. I tried, the wrapping of it, I can't really see.
Yeah.
But because of what I got from Germany, it's in a glass bottle. Then you got the whole neck of it, so you can actually see the separation of the liquids.
Oh, so when it sits, it all separates.
Yeah. So you got to shake it up. I mean, they're both very good, I think. But honestly, I think probably the V8 for the salt, just because it has a little more.
No, I'm saying, do you like the V8 that's in Germany or the V8 that's in America?
And that's what I'm saying. Because it's called Aliba in Germany, or that's the name on the packaging. ALBI, Albi, something. I don't know. Albi, something like that. I don't know.
Alibaba.
I don't know. I thought the same shit, but it's I actually prefer the V8, the American version.
Yeah.
Because of the salt intake. Like you can actually taste it, but
Yeah.
they're not far off from each other at all.
Okay.
Not far off. So when I send you yours, I'll let you taste it and you tell me what you think.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking
Yeah,
forward.
and I gotta send you the other gift I got you.
All right. All right. So all right. So you got this Pushkin nuts and nougat and
Yes,
your Jack.
yes, indeed.
No non-alcoholic beer, no regular beer, no Coronas.
Coffee and V8 today.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey, I'm trying to be right, man. I was up there in Germany doing backflips and shit. My big ass was causing earthquakes when I was jumping. So,
It looked like a new moon. Just
oh man.
that's a big ass bat.
But if I didn't know bears could fly, what the hell's going on here? Oh man.
Well, I'm starting to kick off 2023. Right, I'm back on my diet. I you know, had to correct my metabolism for a while, and I was off a lot of shit, whatever. But whatever, I'm back 2023. So I'm probably not gonna drink too much today, but I had to start off 2023 right. So
I'm curious to see. Whoa.
got some
Holy
Angel's
holy
Envy.
shit. Cool. That's a whiskey, isn't it?
Yeah, that's bourbon.
Okay.
Well, bourbon. Every bourbon is a whiskey, but not every whiskey is a bourbon.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is what I usually, if I order an old fashioned, this is what I
Mhm.
always get in it because it's nice and smooth. Probably one of my favorite bourbons. The reason why it's almost already empty.
But to get on you, like, look, somebody been
No,
doing some things.
no. You know me. You know I'm not partaking like this.
I know. That's what I was about to say. What's been going on there, brother?
All right. So what I've been doing is I took a bunch of this and I made some infusions. So in 2 weeks, I'm gonna have some other flavored bourbons that I made myself.
Interesting.
I got one that's it's in apple cinnamon. I cut up some apples and cut up some cinnamon sticks, put it in the jar, poured the bourbon in there. It's gonna sit for 2 weeks. And
Nice.
the other one's a strawberry and vanilla extract, and I poured the bourbon in there.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes. 2 weeks.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
That's the cook in me. It's the cook in me.
Yeah. I did a whole lot of cooking when I was overseas.
Yeah. And I only have one can for me today, but this is again from Stormalong American Hard Cider. I can't pronounce this thing. Maybe you can pronounce it. Hold on. It sounds German.
Shit. Okay.
Oh.
Esopus?
Esopus Spitzenberg.
Spitzenberg. Okay.
It sounds German, right?
It yes and no. The Spitzenberg does. The Esopus, that's something different.
I know. I don't know what that means. Soap and spit? I don't know.
Oh shit.
But I don't know. My first time having this one. But this one's more along the dry side. So that's my kind of ciders. Yeah, that's all I got today. And then I got some water.
Cool.
Brother got to drop that holiday weight.
Shit. I think I've been doing pretty good. At least I look good in the mirror. I don't know what my weight is, but I don't know.
I mean that German food, it's not as potent as American food. So
and all I did was snack on vegetables all day. Mushrooms, tomatoes. They always got like the little dried out sausages or whatever.
yeah,
So
the salumis and stuff like that.
Yeah, and then cheese. Like I was constantly snacking on that. Wrap it up in some lettuce.
But to this day, one of my favorite dinners I ever had was when I was in Germany, and we just made the charcuterie board, some bread. I think it was before you got there. And
okay, that was I think the first night you used it before me.
Yeah, and yeah, we just had that, and it was. I was like, yo, I should just do this back home. Like have a big lunch, have that for dinner.
Oh yeah, that's their. I ain't gonna say tradition, but that's what she was telling me. Like lunch is usually the biggest meal of the day.
Yeah.
And dinner time is normally some bread, cheese, butter, tomatoes, lettuce, pickles. Some type of cold cut meat, and that's dinner.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot one of these days. All right, so you want to toast?
Hey, toast to 2023.
2023.
Oh man.
Oh, we're a bunch of idiots. Yeah, New Year, same idiots. That's what.
Oh yeah, definitely.
This bottle is just weird though. Look like a damn tombstone.
Well, you got the wings on the back. I think
Yeah.
kind of why they probably did it that way.
I don't know. How would you if you just had your own liquor, how would you design your bottle?
That's an interesting question. I don't know. I kind of wanted to I know it's probably gonna sound crazy, but like a beefed up stand tall bottle. I'm
What
trying
so
to I'm
like
trying to
so it looks
think.
like a rifle, but then the top opens like
Nah, that would be cool
that's too
looking, but
much.
not yet. But nah, it okay. Like for instance, take this bottle.
Mhm.
I would have like maybe this like the bottom,
Yep.
but it'll branch out to more like almost more like a man's body, but like the broad shoulders,
Yep.
front and slim down, and just look like it's a masculine whiskey made for grown ass men. You know what I'm saying?
You know what mine would be? This is real. It's real intricate. Not intricate, but like, I don't know. Just thinking about it just now.
Hmm.
If I was to delve into my past and what I like, I think I would design it to look like a pencil sharpener. Like a pencil sharpener, and then like a little bit of a nub of a pencil sticking out the top of the pencil sharpener. Then that's the top. So you pop that out and that
Hmm.
opens, and then you pour everything out and put it back in.
Huh. Okay.
I
Why
think
pencil?
pencil sharpener just because it's from all my artwork that I used to do when I was younger.
I was gonna say why pencil sharpener out of all things, but
Yeah. Like
yeah,
I
I
mean, yeah,
guess.
it's like between my artwork, between my writing, all that
Mm,
stuff, like, there's nothing like no matter, you know, look at that. We're filming on a computer right now. There's tablets, there's phones, all this shit out there, but there's nothing better than a piece of pencil. I mean, a piece of paper
paper.
and a
Yeah.
pencil.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, I think speaking on that, that's what keeps art and writing. Like, don't get me wrong, people that can type and everything,
Yeah.
but as far as me, whenever I do decide to sit down and write, it's like the way I'm thinking and the way I'm writing, it's just flowing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm not
It,
sitting there trying to go and correct letters and everything. Just write it out. Write it
Yeah,
out.
it's if for some reason I feel like I get the most creative when
Mm,
I'm writing pencil and paper.
mhm.
I mean, I'll type out and I'll come up with some good stuff there too, but when I'm just in there and just actually writing, yeah, it's fucking
Mm.
crazy.
Here we go.
Anyways,
Ready to take a shot?
cheers.
Cheers, brother. Happy New Year.
2023. Smooth.
Hmm.
It's on your cup.
Kenpachi Zaraki,
Okay.
one of my favorite anime characters from Bleach.
Yeah. I was watching something about anime and this is anime called Jujutsu Kaisen.
Okay.
Or Jujutsu Kaisen. I need to start watching that. It looked really interesting. That
The
and
name,
Chainsaw Man.
the name sounds interesting.
Yeah. I'll send you the trailer. You take a look. But
Okay, cool.
maybe we gotta start. We gotta do some more anime on here.
Yeah,
Come on. That was some of our best fucking content right there.
yeah.
Anyway, speaking of
Speaking of,
anime,
let's gonna say we did an animation this week
yep, and it was,
off of a whim.
yep, yeah. Because so what happened was Chris for the last couple of weeks has been in Germany visiting family. I've been up north and up everywhere working and visiting family myself. So then we didn't really get a chance to pick a movie to cover this week.
Hmm.
And then it turned out Chris had already watched a movie in Germany, but he watched it in German.
Yeah,
So I said, "Fuck it, let's do that." So you rewatched it in English, right?
I did. No,
Yeah,
we're watching English. So
I'm curious. I'm just really curious to see like the difference in the
well,
German version and the American version. But
well,
tell the people what movie we watched.
so the movie that we chose to watch was Strange World, and I'm not gonna
You
lie.
can find that on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it didn't really get my attention when when the heck came out.
Yeah,
But I want to take my daughter to the movies because I'm a movie guy and we'll sit on the couch and watch TV or whatever.
yeah.
So I actually wanted her to have that experience because the first movie I took her to was Black Panther. Of course, she was like 2 months old, so not like she knew what the hell was going on. So to actually take her to another
Your daughter
movie,
sleeping like this after just
yeah, I know, right? But so we chose Strange World to take her to, and it failed. Well, because she sat there for the first hour and was like, okay, I'm not doing this no more. You know what I'm saying? And me sitting there watching the movie in German because I didn't have the English subtitles, I'm
yeah,
just piecing together what I'm seeing.
Yep.
And I'm a Disney fan, so you can kind of see how movies are gonna go and everything else. So I asked the mom, like, was the movie even worth it, whatever, and she said she didn't see nothing special about it. So then, of course, after I watched it in English, I felt the same way till I watched the full movie. 'Cause I didn't watch the full movie in Germany. I watched the first hour of it.
Yep.
So after watching the whole movie, it made more sense. You know what I'm saying?
But did you like it?
Um,
We're both Disney fans,
yeah.
and this is a Disney animated movie. So
I try to keep it plain and simple. It's either yes or no, and this one is hard to keep that simple.
this is a very good cider. It's a very good cider. I'm kind of mad I only got one can.
Hey, well, that's a good thing. Working on your diet.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of,
Excuse me.
pour this motherfucker in.
There you go.
All right, yeah. So did you like it?
I see. You know what? I'm gonna just say yes for the overall message. So yeah, I liked it.
Really?
That's why I can't, because it's really really hard for me. Like, I want to give a straight answer,
Yeah.
but it's yes and no, and it's no and yes at the same time. So I'm just like, if I have to pick one, then I'll go yes for one specific reason, and I'm sure we'll get into that.
Okay. Well, I did not like the movie,
Okay.
and I like everything, and I didn't like the movie. One, because I didn't think I think the message could have been told in much better, more effective ways.
Hmm.
But I just think there was so much going on that, like, I don't know, it just felt like it's instead of trying to get a message across, they tried to get every message across.
Okay. Yeah.
And then that's to me. So I was just like, I don't know if I like that, because it's just, you don't get any emotional resonance from anything when you're trying to get every fucking message across,
Mm.
And it's like, there's certain things where I'm glad they put it in the movie,
Hmm.
but like, as far as the overall, like what I thought the movie was about in the end, like, I don't think it was necessary. Not necessarily, like, we'll get into that, but like, yeah,
Hmm.
there's certain things I didn't think that I thought they were cool, but they weren't necessary as far as getting the whole message across, whatever message they were trying to get across.
Yeah.
You know, animation style. What do you think of the animation style?
I felt like it was, I always felt like movies are in competition with each other,
Yeah.
and I felt like it was trying to be an animated Avatar, even though Avatar's animated, but still.
Well, I mean, I feel like animation style, like, I felt like it was more like How to Train Your Dragon
Okay.
than it was, because I don't know. I feel like Disney has a specific feel to it,
Hmm.
and this to me, this didn't feel like a Disney movie,
It did.
like,
It
at
felt,
all.
it felt more like a DreamWorks or
Yeah. How to Train Your Dragon, Ice
yeah,
Age, those kind
yeah.
of things. And it's just, I don't know, like, I didn't think there was anything special about the animation. I thought, like, when in the beginning, they had those little, like, graphic, it was like there wasn't animation, but it was like
The
illustrations
like the
that
comic book
showed, like,
illustration. Yeah,
yeah, it looked like comic book, or it looked like a children's book. I
yeah.
like that kind of style. I kind of thought would hope it would go that direction,
Mm.
just because, like, I don't know. When you watch CGI movies, they kind of all start looking the same after a while. Like, no one's trying their hardest to do something different.
Hmm.
That's why there's this movie called God damn it, what is it? Fuck, it's from Light. Fuck, I forget. It's about like a little girl that's like a ninja or a samurai. I forget. But no, this, like, when I see a movie that's got, like, interesting or new type of animation, like, you ever seen, like, that movie Nine?
With the dolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that, to me, that's different.
Hmm.
Like, it's different. That's why I watch what is it? It's Love and Robots, or
I know you're talking about. I've seen only one episode, but I know you're talking about.
yeah, but because, like, they're kind of pushing the boundaries on, like, what style of animations.
Hmm.
And this one just felt like it was like cookie cutter,
Gotcha.
especially for a kids, like, directed at kids, like cookie cutter kids animation.
Yeah, it was it was weird, and I'm trying to figure out why. That's why I was like, it's hard for me to give a straight yes or no answer.
Yeah. Like I
But
mean, like
but I do agree, it didn't feel like a Disney movie.
yeah, like I mean, what would like would you what would you I don't want to say rate this movie against other animated movies, but like would you I don't know. It's just there's something about this movie that it's so to me it's forgettable.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I think the messaging is good.
Hmm.
Messaging is actually really good. It's just the movie itself is just forgettable.
It is, and I can't put my finger on why. Because I feel everything you're saying, I feel the same way. And because if I didn't find what I found in the movie, then no, it would be a no for
All
me.
right, so tell me what you found in the movie. Because I mean,
Well,
like, I feel like we're not gonna get too much into the actual story of the movie. One, because it was everywhere, but two, it's like I'm more interested in what you got from it.
well, two very significant parts in the movie for me is the dad, uh the big dad, Jaeger. You
Jaeger.
know what I'm saying? Jaeger Clay. He's so determined to reach his destiny, to find his legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Spent being away 25 years just to for his own ego, pretty much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at the towards the end, when him and his son are out there talking, and how he's like, I waited so long for this moment. You know what it would feel like, whatever. And if I remember correctly, he said something to the fact of, um, did he say that I lost me trying to find me or something like that, or I lost me trying to find it, and basically saying like he let everything go that was much more important
Yeah.
that he didn't realize because of his own personal self, which was his son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he thought like his legacy was, his
His
exploration
name, yeah.
and getting to the other side of seeing what's on the other side of the mountains when and then he finally realized like nah, his legacy is right in front of him. It's his son.
Hmm.
You know? Which I think, yeah, the messaging in this movie is actually, very good. It's just this they're trying to get so much across that like I don't yeah,
Because
because they're trying to get so much across, I feel like they couldn't invest as much time into into the messaging as much as they should have. Because they could have really like pulled at the heartstrings and got some shit across.
yeah, they had the interracial couple going, which of course is cool. Times are
Yeah.
changing,
Yeah.
but then, in my opinion, I still feel like the world's trying to accept interracial couples. Never mind gay people too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like all in the same family. Like, okay, this is a whole lot going on. Like
Well,
you
okay,
know,
so here's the thing. So one thing I know is that like I know Strange World did like the lowest box office numbers or opening week of any Disney animated movie.
mm,
Now, I don't know if it has anything to do with the fact that they did, the interracial couple, the gay relationship or homosexual relationship, whatever,
yeah.
or if it was just because it wasn't that great of a movie. I don't know if anything had to do with what. I do know that like I mean not know, but like I I feel like there's I feel like some parents who might be more conservative might be taken back by how upfront the gay relationship was, which I
Yeah.
had no problem with. I thought it was dope.
I mean, I didn't have a problem with it either. The only problem well, okay, I did have a problem. And not because of them introducing the gay or whatever to it. I just feel like um for a child, like let them still be a child. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
you don't need to put relationships forefront.
yeah, in the child's movie, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So here's the thing. I thought about that,
mhm,
and I'm in my head. I was watching. I was like, oh, do they really need this in in a kids movie? I
mhm,
wasn't sure, but then I thought, yeah, in The Incredibles, they show like a family like arguing and fighting. Like you really don't want to show kids, a failed marriage either, or a failing marriage either, but it's in there. So I don't know. Maybe it's just that jarring. Oh, I didn't realize they were gonna do this in the movie.
well, and that's what I'm saying. 'Cause I think because it was like back to back. Because
Yeah.
now, mind you, the first time I watched it, all I had to go off was visual. I didn't understand the
Mhm.
movie.
Yeah.
So in my 37-year-old mind, and understanding the visual part of it, okay, I see them in the kitchen, mom and dad.
Yeah.
Okay, they're gonna mix. Okay, cool. I'm like, okay, cool. I can see that because times are definitely changing now. Like
Mhm.
everybody's dating everybody. It is what it is. And then 2 minutes later, you see the boy crushing on the other boy because he had on the whole pink shirt.
Yeah.
And mind you, this is in German, and I can see it playing this day with my visual. Like, okay, this is interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just laid it on thick, ain't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
I personally had no problem with it. I just thought that whole relationship
mhm.
was useless to the actual overall story.
Okay.
And that was I was like, okay, it feels out of place. But I was like, what does it feel out of place because it's, seeing a gay relationship in a animated movie? Then I
I
started
think,
watching it. I'm like, no, it's not that, because I had no problem with it. It just, as far as like the story that I was being given, it felt
mm,
like it was more about, the father-son relationship, and that was just there just to be there. Like it
mm,
didn't add anything to the story.
yeah, because
So I thought maybe like if it wasn't there and you could devote more time to really, building up that whole idea of like, a father going off and doing his own thing and not realizing what he's, leaving behind in his son kind of thing, would have been able to be driven home a little better.
yeah, because I mean, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we skip around, we go
Yeah.
back and forth. What one of the messages I think they were trying to portray was when they're all sitting there playing the card game, and you got the granddad, the dad, and the son, and the whole object of the game is about taking everything you got and living in peace with it. Like,
Yeah.
but the granddad, if you think about, he's old school.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, you lace up your bootstraps and you get the job done. You protect your family. Like his side of it is all about the aggressive side,
Yeah.
the get the job done side. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then searcher side is, you know, just try not to be like that and change things, but not be like his son. His son's like, no, the world now is all about living together in harmony and peace and everything else.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I can see that, but it ain't that
So
easy.
okay, yeah. So I mean, like, okay, first of all, I think the movie was trying to be a little too clever with the names. Because
Yeah,
first of all, like the son's name was Searcher Clade,
yeah,
and the father's name is Jaeger
Jaeger.
Clade, which Jaeger, if you translate into German, means hunter. So now you got hunter and searcher. I'm like,
Mm,
I think y'all trying to be a little too cute and clever with that.
that's interesting.
But yeah, I feel like the thing that got me was, you'd have this instance where like you had the father and son not getting along or not seeing eye to eye.
Hmm.
And then they'd have a moment. This happened a couple times in the movie. They'd have
Yeah.
a moment where like they started to see, like Searcher and Jaeger started to see eye to eye, or kind of like could come to an agreement on something.
Hmm.
And it felt like, okay, they made it past this little impasse. Then like literally the next scene, Searcher would be with his son and they'd have the same kind of argument. I'm like, did you just learn anything from the argument you just had with your dad? And then this happened a couple times in the movie, and I'm just like, I just felt like they weren't. It was just recycling the same message over and over instead of really like, delving into why those that disconnect is there between the father and son.
Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, like, so the father was an explorer. He's known for searching around, and he was world famous for, exploring and seeing what was out there. When the son, Searcher, like saved the entire town,
Hmm.
finding this, whatever plant. But who would you rather be? The hunter or the farmer?
You know me, I'm a hunter.
I don't know about that, bro. I've seen you hike. You ain't going, but 3 miles.
First of all, I'm gonna give you 2 middle fingers for that. Two, all right. And I'm gonna tell you why. Hunting is a whole lot different from just miscellaneous walking because you feel like walking up a fucking mountain for 11 fucking miles. There's a big difference.
Yeah, but he's hunting, but he wasn't hunting. He's exploring, which is what we were doing. We were exploring.
No, we were fucking exercising, and I had a busted knee.
A busted knee. You was carrying weapons.
See, that alone should tell you. I'm carrying weapons. I'm out there just in case shit goes left. Somebody gotta be ready. Even though I got bit by a goddamn rattlesnake.
I know. I got a pistol, a hatchet.
Look, I had some stuff on me.
You know what was the most fucked up part about that hike is that we was all struggling, and then you had these kids just like running and jogging on that shit.
Yeah, I'm like, it's
Doing
like,
laps. You know
yeah.
what the
I'm
fuck?
like, how's this happening?
Yeah.
Old people just walking through with their sticks, like,
Hmm.
howdy. I'm like, yo, what the
I
hell?
know that lady was like, "Oh, I wouldn't drink that water." It was like, "Man, fuck you."
For real. I was like, if you know the stuff that I drink in my life, this water's probably like gonna cure it all.
Exactly. But no, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. I can see, but I'd probably be the explorer. But there's something to be said about, you know, finding that thing that you love
Hmm.
and focusing on that because you know that it's giving your family, the life that they never dreamed of. It's taking
Yeah.
care of, you're saving an entire town, you know?
You know what? With that being said, because remember I was saying that the card game stood out to me.
Yep.
I think old school dads, their way of protecting their or taking care of the family
Hmm.
was providing the best way they knew how.
Yep.
So if they had to go out there and shoot a deer or a squirrel or whatever, so there was squirrel stew tonight, so everybody ate.
Yeah.
That was what they did, and then of course it changed up, and farmers, okay, figured out how to grow your own food. No, we don't gotta hunt anymore. This creates a different type of revenue. So I guess that if I'm saying this correctly, it's just a difference in stages of life as men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you said you be the explorer. Like this is a new way to provide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just learn how to grow your own shit. Tend to your land, whatever. And the dad was like, "Well, this is the way I learned how to survive. Hunt." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, okay, so for example, like, okay, so with my family, I got a very blue collar family, and
Hmm.
my parents, only way they knew how to provide was you put your head down, you go to
Hmm.
work your job, you work it as best you can, don't cause any trouble, and if you do that well enough, you can provide your family with a life you never thought they could have. And
Yeah.
this is my dad, where he worked in a factory for 40 years, which doesn't seem like much to some people, but
Hmm.
when you come from a small village in Cambodia where you barely have anything, that's a dream job,
Yeah. I
you know.
mean, I
And then
think. Oh, I'm sorry, I ain't gonna cut you off.
no, but then on the same side, then it gets to me, and like my bread and butter is my creativity.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna try to figure out how to provide and give a life to my family through my creativity and finding a job that way. So
Hmm.
again, you're both providing, but it's it with two completely different types of modalities,
Excuse me.
and I know for the longest time my parents didn't really understand what I was trying to do, but
Mm.
as a youngster I didn't understand it either. I didn't As a youngster I couldn't fathom them not understanding, but now as I get older I realize, okay, it's because they were they had a blueprint of how they did it and they knew what worked for them, and they
Yeah.
just couldn't fathom it working any other way.
That's one thing that me and my child's mother talked about. We are who we are,
Yeah.
and our daughter is a product of the both of us.
Hmm.
So she has our traits, but she's also living in the world that is totally different from how we grew up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like if we want to make a phone call, it was a payphone. You know what I'm saying? Um, or get a yellow cab, not as Uber and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even though 'cause she made a comment because she wanted, I really want to do something, and I was like, no, she hurt herself, and she's like, she knows what she wants, and I said, how are you going to tell me somebody who covers their own face that and thinks that you can't see them knows what they want? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like she might know she wants that candy over there because it's candy. Who doesn't want candy? But she doesn't know how to cross the street. There's levels to them knowing what they want and not knowing, and it's up to you as an adult, as a parent, to to guide that. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
that was actually one part in the movie.
Do you feel like you're doing a good job of guiding that?
Um, not right now. And the reason why I say that is because, like, even being over there this time, it was definitely a lot different trip.
Yeah.
She's older, she understands more. So our communication, which I find very, very um interesting and important,
Yep.
because there's still a language barrier. But if she makes a move, I know what she's about to do. And if
Yeah.
I'm doing something, she knows what I'm about to do. So we
Yeah.
have a very non-verbal relationship, but we understand everything that we say.
Y'all like she's like the zookeeper, and you're like Mighty Joe Young.
What the fuck? What's that even mean? Shit.
No, but I mean, and I get it. It's like it's that, you know, sometimes instinctually you just you know what the other person's trying to say without saying it.
Yeah.
And especially with the father-daughter, relationship, you kind of can anticipate what the other person's trying to do. And I think, I think it's crazy now that the idea that like, you know, not only do you like watch her and see her like, you know, move and adapt to nature and stuff like that, but it's like you can watch and you be like, how much of that did she pick up from me? How much
Mhm.
of that did she pick up from her mama? How much of that is she learning on her own?
Yeah.
That's a crazy fucking
And
idea that like this thing that I helped birth is now has a mind of its own, and like
yeah.
I have to figure out whether whatever she's learning is from me, from her mom, or from the ether.
And that's what I'm saying. That's that balance that we've talked about this many times before. That I think parents just don't understand because they want their kids to be what they are. The same thing, same in the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, and then coming from a family where my parents pretty much did that. They wanted me to be what not necessarily they wanted me to be what they are, but more importantly, they wanted me to be what they thought success was.
Mm.
They couldn't fathom what any other idea of what success could be. 'Cause my mom, I remember one day my mom was like, you should go to college and you should become an engineer. I'm like, Mom, like an engineer of what? She's no, you should just become an engineer. Because to her, she heard the word engineer at some point, and she associated that word with success.
Mm.
And so she just said, "Oh, you should become an engineer." But it's like, what, do you want me to become a food engineer? You want me to become an actual like mechanical engineer? Like what? Like you don't know what you actually want. You're trying to tell me to do. You're just telling me. You're just spewing these things that you've heard that people have said that lead to success. But she just couldn't fathom the idea of me becoming a costume engineer.
Mm.
What I do is I engineer costumes.
Yeah.
But
You're still the engineer, just not with the title over it.
exactly.
If that's what it comes down to,
Exactly. So
you're
like
still
it just
creating things.
yeah, it took a while for her to really understand that like, I'm doing what I'm good at.
Mm.
It can lead to something. It might not lead to it as quickly as you think, but it can lead to something.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like that's in anything, especially in this day and age. Only thing stopping a person from being successful is their own self.
Yeah.
We have too much access to too many things at this day and age.
Bro, you can go on YouTube and learn anything you want.
I know.
Literally anything.
Hmm.
Like if you want to do something, if you want to become something, you can do it on your own. You don't need schooling. It's a matter of how much hard work are you willing to put in.
And you know what's so funny about that? Because you know how many people have told me, like, how come I don't like hunt the deer in my backyard? I'm like, because I don't know how to clean it. And everybody says go to YouTube, and I'm like, that's boring. I know it sounds so crazy, but
Yeah.
I'm a hands-on person. I'd rather be with somebody,
And
and
have
we
you show you.
both are gloved up and everything, and I'm learning as I'm doing it. You know?
Well, I mean, because you know how to learn. You know how you learn best.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, yeah. You should go with my dad, man. My dad will show you. I don't know
Uh,
if he knows how to do it correctly,
uh,
but
hey, as long as we can make some deer stew after that, then it's all good.
bro, okay. So this is Cambodian dishes called Yao Han. I
Hmm.
think you had it. It's like a big. It's kind
And
of
it's
like a
like,
hot pot.
okay,
It's kind of like a hot pot, but like instead of like a broth, it's more like a barbecue curry kind of stew thing. You
okay,
take your meats, whatever your veggies, and put it in there. It cooks, and everybody eats it family style. But the last time I was at my parents' house, we did that. But my mom had some of the deer meat that my dad had caught
hmm,
or had gotten, and we tossed some of that shit in there. That motherfucker was so good.
I bet.
I was like, Dad, you need to send me some of this venison down the floor.
Look, yeah, I bet.
Yeah. But no, I mean the whole idea of like the child following in the father's footsteps. I mean, that was to me, that was the biggest lesson, or that was the lesson they were trying to get across in
Hmm.
this movie, which I liked. I just felt like okay, if you have that lesson that you're trying to get across, you didn't need the gay relationship. Not that it was not that it wasn't, cool to have it in there or wasn't unnatural, whatever. It's just I think it's time spent with that
Mhm,
meant time away from the actual the main story you were trying to get across.
mhm,
And because the main story didn't come across as well as I'd hoped, I was like, yeah, maybe they could have devoted a little more. There was
mhm.
a lot of things in the movie like that. Like it felt like there was no need for uh Searcher and the dog to separate, and then uh and then the mom and the ship to separate, and then the son, and like everybody
Yeah,
went off in their own direction for like 15-20 minutes.
but to come back together in the end, though.
Well,
And
they came at not in the end. They came back together like midway through, but
yeah,
no one actually learned anything
mm,
in that time that they were away.
true.
That was it. I mean, Searcher ran into his dad. That's about it. But
Mhm,
like normally, I feel like in stories like that, when someone breaks away and is on their own, you gotta like learn something about yourself before you come back together with everyone else.
true.
So I just felt like it was just a random.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? With that being said, you couldn't really stick to a plot
No,
because yeah, you don't know what the plot is.
yeah,
They came back looking for Searcher because the plants were dying too quickly, and they're going to try to see what's going on.
yep.
They find their
First of all, how'd they know that all the plants belong to one heart?
because he was farming them. Unless
No,
I'm
no, but he said that all the plants are okay. So first of all, this is one of the things that bugged me out. So he says, okay, they have all these plants everywhere, but they actually weave down and connect to one heart,
mhm,
right? But how would you know that? You ain't never been down there.
mm,
And simultaneously, he found the plant in the fucking mountains, and then he took them and then planted them in his farm. So
yeah.
how does he know they all belong to the one same heart?
Okay, maybe I missed this, but did she say that they were all dying, like around the world or whatever, or everything was dying or something like that? Because I don't remember her the character. I don't know her name, but basically the captain of the ship, the female,
Mhm.
and came by looking for Searcher because they stumbled across an underground place to
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, they stumbled across the thing and like the hole, and they went underground
Mhm.
to try and like they had to go in there to get to the root. They were trying to figure out where the plant was like dying so that they could figure out how to heal it.
With that being said, you just hit a light bulb in my head. They had to figure out the root. So if the whole story is about children not becoming their parents,
Mhm.
but they're just that conflict or confrontation
Yep.
about what the parents want the child to do, what the child wants the parents to do, what they're not doing, get to the heart of the problem.
Yeah, I get it. Okay,
Okay,
so I get the metaphor.
okay,
I just don't think I don't think it was constructed
told
right.
right, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So here's another big issue I have with the movie.
Hmm.
It's like, okay, so the son really wanted to be an explorer, right?
You talking about? Yeah, okay, yeah, yeah,
No, not Searcher. The Searcher's son,
yeah,
whatever his
yeah,
name was,
yeah,
the black dude.
yeah, yeah.
First of all, it was very me, myself, and Irene vibes going on here,
What? Oh, educate me.
because the son was very black. He didn't.
He-
It wasn't
well,
like he didn't look like a mix of both parents
well, if
and
you
then
look at
just happened to have more black features. He looked like a black son.
okay,
He didn't look like he had a white father.
okay, I can see that. But
But they never said it.
he did favor the granddad though.
Yeah, he did favor the granddad, but he didn't look like his dad. There was no part of him that looked like his dad.
Yeah,
He wasn't skinny like his dad. I
no,
don't know. It looked like he was an adopted. Like it looked like he was the mother's son, and they just got together.
you
I digress.
know what I caught from that.
What?
I shouldn't even say this.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go.
You ready? You ready for this? White men and black women make gay kids. Stop linking up. It should be the other way around. Black men and white women.
Man, stop hating.
I don't mean that. It's a joke, people. It's a joke.
Yeah, relax. But no, like, okay, so the son favored the granddad. Like, he's like, he wanted to be an explorer like his granddad, right?
Mhm.
But like before he met his granddad, he was good at. They didn't show him like he didn't want to farm. He was good
Yeah.
at farming. So then all of a sudden he acted like he didn't want to farm anymore. I'm like, but you didn't look like you were terrible at farming that you couldn't farm.
Mm.
I don't know. It was just weird. It felt like they just told him, okay, we want you to be more like your granddad than your dad versus just being like your own person, or maybe someone who's, yeah, I'm not good at farming, dad. Like everything I fucking touch dies.
Mm.
I'm more of an explorer.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is one of the reasons why when I was watching, I was like, maybe they needed to cut out that meeting with the boyfriend and just show him just like struggling, trying to fucking, work in the farm.
Yeah. Like I felt they would have cut out the meeting with the boyfriend, and then at the end when they showed it all come together, because what that told me was the son stayed in the new world,
Yeah.
and when he grabs the boy and hugs him, I felt like that would have been enough for the movie. Like
Yeah.
towards the end, and then seeing that scene for the first time,
Yeah. Then
I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? It just like I felt like the timing would have been better. It would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Because this is the world we live in. Love who you want to love, be who you want to be. It's all good.
I liked how in the movie whenever he talked about his boyfriend,
Mhm.
nobody had like a weird face or nothing like that. They were just like, yeah, like
That actually surprised me though. I mean, it was cool, but if you're trying to make Yair Clay be an old school dad,
yeah,
he wouldn't have been, let me tell you how to woo this person.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It'd have been more like, wait, what? Because I was definitely waiting for him to say, a dude?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was waiting for that too, just based off him being an old school dad who's been underground for 25
Yes.
years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like he just welcomed it, which I mean, I guess that's what Disney was trying to portray. Like just welcome it all. Like, I mean,
Well,
which is cool, but look, I live in the backwoods of Alabama. And even though I've met some cool people here, I can still look at some of these people's eyes and know you don't really care too much about me. You know what I'm saying?
They were like, listen, we get along now, but if the rapture comes, I know who I'm killing first.
That's basically it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, even though I know times are changing, and I don't know if they were just trying to express the fact that times are changing, and we just got to deal with it. I mean, there's still people out here that have a hard time with the change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm one of them with the technology. I hate technology.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Bro, I'm going backwards on technology, so I feel you. It's just one of those things where it's like I like the idea that they made this a very inclusive movie.
Mhm.
Because I mean, the fucking the crew that was on the ship had like every fucking race on there. You had the gay relationship. You had the strong black woman.
Mhm.
You had all this different shit, which is awesome. So
And
like,
the captain, I know Lucy Liu played her, but wasn't she like supposed to like Native American?
I don't
Because
know.
that's what she favored to me, like an Indian person.
I don't know. I would imagine. I think she was, Asian.
Okay.
Whatever.
She was thick as fuck.
So
What Asian thick as fuck besides?
2022, we got thick Asians. There's very not a lot of them. We got some.
Look, the last thick Asian y'all had was Bolo. Just saying.
Hey man, yeah. You know what? I'll agree to that. I'll agree to that.
Oh man.
No, I can't think of any thick Asians.
Like you said, I'm not saying they don't exist, but I ain't seen too many of them.
That motherfucker's like Sasquatch.
And then think she had like the one little braid in her hair looking like your beads. I think she was supposed to resemble an Indian person, in my opinion.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe she's just supposed to resemble like an indigenous person. I don't know. Because you had the one. Well, he was like Indian, not Native American Indian. The dude that was scared in the fucking ship.
Okay, yeah. The black, well, I ain't say the black dude, but the darker complected guy with the glasses.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think yeah, I like the fact that the movie was very like it was very inclusive of everything,
Hmm.
which is why like which is why I felt like they did the whole like introducing the gay relationship and stuff like that. I just felt like in doing so, you're taking time away from punching the overall story. But that being said, I feel like they just kept doing the same thing over and over again. So,
Mm,
if they had maybe done those things better, then I wouldn't feel this way
mm,
because it was just a whole lot of a son arguing with dad. Then he sees how they feel. Then he goes and argues with the other son. And it was just that throughout the whole movie instead of
mm,
anyone actually like growing and, seeing the other person's point of view.
mm.
Because did anyone ever really see the other person's point of view?
I don't think so. Not until I feel like the end of the movie when Jaeger's talking to Searcher about what he did his whole life.
Hmm.
That's the only time I felt like the other point of view was taken into consideration.
Yeah. And then when Jaeger decided, hey, no, like before we go back, we got something we gotta do. But that's another motherfucking thing with this movie. You got this whole story about, you know, the fucking them trying to save the plants. Turns out these motherfuckers live on a giant turtle.
Look, was and that's the other part I found kind of significant. Well, I will not live on a turtle because I felt like that world was the Earth. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. Oh, no, it
And
was an allegory. It was supposed to represent Earth. Earth is
yeah,
a living thing.
yeah, and that's what I like when they said that we found the heart of it. That they didn't just find the heart of something. Like
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
yeah,
They
yeah, yeah,
found an actual heart that keeps the Earth beating. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So I thought that part was dope. But then once I realized, wait a minute, you're not in the Earth. You're on some big ass fucking animal
yeah,
that is your world
yeah,
that's on the Earth. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
But here's the thing, and this is what I mean. Like, instead of focusing on one story or one message,
Hmm.
they try to get every message across. Oh,
Mm,
inclusive, interracial relationships, the father-son relationship, uh, gay relationships, um, fucking taking care of the earth. All these things, they try to tell every fucking story instead of
mm.
just and because of that, I felt like they didn't get to go, they didn't get to like elaborate on stories as well as they should have.
Yeah.
That's all. That was my only take. It's like, okay, I see what they were trying to say, just it wasn't as
It,
potent as it should have been.
it was a very very complex movie made for kids that kids wouldn't understand.
Hmm. Yeah,
In my opinion,
yeah,
which is why I think my daughter didn't like it
yeah,
because her brain's developing. So she's trying to soak in all this stuff in her little 5-year-old mind. And here we are, 37 and 39, and we're like, this is a whole lot going on that I
yeah,
can imagine why she's like, fuck this shit. I'm not watching this movie no more. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
And the thing is, like, I don't know if it was I hate using this word meta, but it was a very meta movie. Like, it felt like a movie made to tell a specific, like, kind of like, I don't know, because like that little blue thing splat.
yeah, I don't know what that was supposed to represent.
Yeah, so they said it in the movie, and here's the thing: they put it in there. He goes
Hmm.
around, and then uh something. I think the dumb dude that was on the ship sees Splat, and he goes, "Oh my god, you're so cute. Can I market you or something like that? Or can I?" This is something like, "Oh, can I like, you know, um, basically turn him into a product?"
Yeah, you did. I do remember that part now.
And I remember seeing that, and I was like, "Okay, so that's literally why that thing is in the movie." Because like
Mm,
it's I when I first saw, it, I was like, "Oh, I can see that being a toy."
mm.
So it literally was trying to. I don't know. They were just
You know what I didn't like though,
what?
and because they did this at least 3 or 4 times in the movie. People get smacked in the face.
Yeah, I
I,
know. I know. Splat smacked homeboy in the face.
a couple times. I
Mhm.
think he smacked the dad too. But then remember when the dad first gets on the ship and they go to explore and he's talking to the pilot and asking him, "Can you drop me off somewhere?" And he's like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
of course I can." And he says, "Nah, I'm playing," and just pushed him straight in the face. I'm like, they're teaching kids it's okay to smack somebody, not knowing you can get the shit smacked out of you too.
yep,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I don't know. It felt like it was. I hate saying woke, but I felt like it was a movie trying to be way too woke.
Mm,
And I hate using that word. I think it's dumb, but it just felt like it felt like whoever wrote it, whoever made it, just had an agenda, and they were trying to get every agenda out instead of just focusing on the story and seeing what could fit, in
Mm.
the right spots. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, dude, when I realized they were on a fucking animal, I was like,
Yeah.
really? Now I got to contend with, oh, they've been following this thing. Okay, so what was this hole they went in? Oh, like this heart was an actual heart. Oh, the fucking things that are attacking them are actually the fucking.
Parasites.
No, they're not parasites. It's the person's. It's their immune system trying to fight off a fucking parasite.
Mm.
And I'm just like, man, like all this, and I don't even now. I'm forgetting about the father son thing.
Mm.
No, it's
Yeah.
just stop. Stop
Yeah, it definitely was very, very. Is complex the right word?
Yeah,
Yeah.
complicated.
No,
Not
yeah, that
necessarily
too.
complex, complicated.
Hmm.
Because there was a lot of it was just a lot going on,
Yeah.
you know. I don't even know what those fucking those plants were. There's energy.
Electricity. Green,
Yeah.
green. Oh, you know what? That's probably not metaphor, but well, subliminal message for go green. It's just as powerful as fossil fuel.
Yeah, but then the motherfuckers things were dying, so that
Yeah.
and that was the actual that shit was the actual thing that was killing the fucking earth.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh.
Yeah. A whole lot going on.
Yeah,
Take me another drink.
yeah. But I mean the fucking because with all that going on, I think they lost sight of the father. Not necessarily lost sight of the father son, but they couldn't elaborate on it more. And to me, that was my favorite part because I'm from, my family. Like me and my dad didn't, really understand each other for the longest time.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know if we still do. I think we're just at a point where like we're almost peers than we are father son. Even though
Really?
I still view my dad as my dad,
Yeah.
but obviously, and I'm always gonna respect them and do it. But like the way we talk to each other now, we talk more like peers than we talk like I'm not. My dad's not trying to teach me lessons anymore. Although
Well,
sometimes he does.
well, I feel like in his defense, I think because he's tried to teach you lessons so much,
Hmm.
I think he finally learned that now, and this is no disrespect to anybody, but out of the family tree, you paid attention the most.
Well, it's weird, if okay, here's the thing.
Even though he
I
probably tried to teach you the most, and you was like probably butting heads.
what's the thing like if he might have taught me the most,
Mhm.
but like I feel like I listened the least.
And that's what I'm saying. Because maybe you listened, but in your own way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in his mind, he's probably like, um, I don't know. No, this is gonna sound so bad. Brothers,
My
I really,
my dad. Oh, okay. So I was either my dad's or my brother's gonna fuck you up.
yeah,
Either
pretty
way,
much. It's gonna be Seren and Saran, but it's more the fact of Sarat's supposed to be the best. You know what I'm saying? I taught him how to hunt, how to farm. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
How to do his job. And the other two got it. They went to school, did this, that, whatever. And Sarat wanted to just draw all day long.
Hmm.
But wait a minute. He's hunting and farming just in a different way.
Yeah.
So maybe he did get it. You know,
Well, I feel like I feel like well again I feel like my brothers are successful in their own way, but I
indeed.
feel like they're not successful in the way my parents wanted them to be.
Okay.
And I feel like I feel like me forging my own path, my parents saw they can quantify my success. They see
Mm.
it. I don't live at home anymore. I live in Florida,
Hmm.
shit like that. I got a good job. I am able to travel and visit them all the time. I can take them on trips. So like they have evidence of, oh, my son is successful now.
Mm.
So it's one of those things where it's like, you know, they don't. I don't know if they really understand. I still don't know if they really understand what I do, but
Hmm.
they just know that what I do works for me. So they're like, all right, I can ease off him.
I think that's every parent's dream. It's like I don't think every parent wants to know, or I mean, they probably do want to know what their child does. But if they know that their child is successful,
Yeah.
they're not needing them for anything anymore. Which is what some parents like do, like go through that whole crisis about my son, my daughter. They don't need me no more. They still do. They just don't need you on the level of you raising them anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's that go back to that peer thing. It's like you, it's not saying they need to be your friend, but it's like, okay, you don't raise me. You don't gave me my ass whoopings. You don't taught me how to cook. You know, say you don't taught me how to clean.
Yeah.
You know, now I need you to teach me how to not even teach, but be there for when I go through my own adult situations
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because you've been an adult longer than I have.
Yeah. I don't need you to raise me anymore. Now I might just need some advice here or there.
Yeah.
You know, what would you ever do if if your daughter was like successful,
Hmm.
she didn't need you for nothing, and like you every time you saw her, like she could take you out to dinner, she could do all this good stuff. She's I don't know, she's good. But then you find out she was shaking her ass for dollar
I
bills.
was gonna say she's a stripper. That'd be, oh god. Yeah, that'd be the.
You'd be like, well, what's your favorite song to dance to? I'll judge you based off that.
Oh gosh.
Get low. Okay, you good.
Yeah, I mean that would be a hard pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm a guy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I guess sometimes, excuse me, like when you like those kids were out there selling drugs and everything and taking care of parents' bills,
Hmm.
and their mom's like, "What are you doing for all this money? Don't worry about it,
Yeah.
because you're not going to approve of it. But I'm taking care of everything needs to be taken care of."
Yeah.
So I feel like in that situation, she would be like, "Don't worry about what I'm doing. Just know that I'm okay.
Yeah,
I'm
but
successful."
how would you feel? Because I feel like if I'm a parent in that situation,
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't need the money this much.
Oh no,
I don't need that much. I don't need that money that much that I need you to go do that.
I would definitely feel like a failure.
Yeah.
I definitely would because I mean we both had talk about sex and all that other good stuff and everything and our encounters throughout
It was
life.
like hour. It was like hour of like it's like this conversation is more one sided.
Hey, you still
I
got at
just
least 10. You still got at least 10% out of the 100.
That's 10% moral support. That's all it is.
But
I'm the
even
fucking I'm that good angel on your shoulder. You
yeah,
don't even have a bad angel because you are the bad
I am
angel.
the bad angel. Even I know that shit. But I just feel like, which I know that's gonna sound really, really crazy to me to say, like sex isn't just sex to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I find myself in some crazy situations, it's still got to mean something.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I was a parent in that situation, knowing my daughter made it to Tootsie's, I'm like, well, this shit, if you're gonna be
That
there, at least tell me you got Rick Ross as your number one supplier.
no, I couldn't even do that.
I know it wouldn't be good, but if you're gonna do it, I can't stop you. At least be like, you know,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it.
at
I
least
get
be
it.
the best at it. Shit.
Yeah. If you gonna dance, fucking you better be like high profile.
Yeah, for real. You
I
better
need
be
to
in all
fly
the
your
music.
ass to Vegas.
You better be in all the music videos. You
Mhm.
know, saying whatever. I'm not gonna be happy. Nah, that should have hurt. I ain't gonna lie, it'll hurt.
Yeah. I mean
But
the idea that I mean I could sense the idea. I mean, not the idea. I could sense the pain in Jaeger when
mm,
he realized my son's a farmer.
mm,
I I taught him how to do all the stuff that I love, and he's doing this. It's
mhm,
like, yeah, you feel like a failure. You feel
mm,
like all your lessons like just didn't work, and you weren't. Makes you feel like you were a bad father. But I think it is until you see that they're successful in what they do, then you're like, oh no, I wasn't a bad father. I still gave them the lessons. It's just they applied those lessons in the way that made sense to them.
mm.
You know?
Bingo. That's what I was trying to say about you and your dad.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got the lessons. You just got them in a way that worked more for you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think like when I was younger, and I've been younger, like in my 20s, like though I know for a fact the one thing I got from my dad was his work ethic. My dad fucking works.
Oh yeah.
That, that motherfucker used to get up at 3 in the morning to go, set up at the factory, would get out by like 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then he would go load up his truck and he'd go cut lawns till 8 o'clock at night, eat
Mm,
dinner, and he would do that all day, every day for fucking 10 years straight. So that motherfucker's work ethic, like I got that. So then when he would see me, go to work at night, get out in the morning, train, go to the gym, come home, sew until like 2 o'clock, sleep until 7, and then wake up, go to the gym, and then go to work. And I do that for 10 years straight.
Mm,
Like, I think he saw that as, man, you need to fucking just stop with this wrestling and sewing shit and just focus on friendlies.
mm,
But then I'd like to think that he also recognized that, like, oh, he knows what he wants and he's got the work ethic to fucking to get it.
yeah,
You know? Oh, yeah.
yeah.
The dichotomy of what fathers and sons, man. It's crazy the idea that you could teach your kid a lesson,
Mm,
but you ain't gonna know if it worked for about the next 10 years.
yeah,
That's scary, brother.
yeah.
That's scary. How does that make you feel knowing that, like, when you get to go see your daughter, you can see her develop, but then, when you see her again, it's like, did these lessons stick, or how much has she changed since the
Mm.
last time I saw her?
Um, like I told you, after my snake bite, I looked at life. I look at life totally different, and I've understood everything that I want control of, everything that I try to have control of. At the end of the day, you don't control anything.
Yep.
You really, really don't. And like I told you, I learned that when I was in a coma. 2 days went by, and when I woke up, I thought it was the time I went to sleep.
Yeah.
Nah, you came down there. People came down. Y'all chilled. Y'all. I ain't gonna say y'all party, but y'all.
No, we party, bro.
That's good. Like I told you, y'all honor me in the right way. Y'all woke up
Yeah,
taking shots of Jack Daniel.
I had a shot of Jack. I got off the plane at 8 in the morning. I had a shot of Jack.
Yeah, there you go. That's the way you're supposed to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't know none of it, so it's
Yeah.
like I've come to learn you can't control nothing.
Yeah.
Even the things you can control, you still can't control it. It's almost like Finding Nemo with his dad.
Okay.
You seen the movie? I'm sure you
Yeah,
have.
I seen it. Yeah.
And he wanted to keep Nemo safe for so long because he had lost all his other siblings and his mom.
Yep.
And it's like no matter what you do, the world's gonna do what it wants to do. You can try,
Yeah.
Then me and my child's mother had that conversation because I was really, really cautious of a lot of things Aurelia was doing. And
Mhm.
she would always say, nothing's gonna happen. And I said, look, I used to think the same way. Nothing's gonna happen. But nothing happens until it does. And then what do?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like all you can do is be cautious and you can't prevent it, but try to be ready for it.
Yeah.
And Mike Tyson said that, and I was watching an interview with him, and he made a comment. He said that his kids aren't his kids; they're the world's.
Yeah.
And I didn't quite understand it, but he was saying that his job is just to get them ready because once they come out of his care, they're going out into the world. And you and I both know this world is not a fun place to be sometimes.
Hell no.
So all you can do is get them ready because if you think about it now, I mean, I don't know how you feel, but in my way of thinking in my life, I don't belong to nobody. I'm a part of this world.
Yeah.
That's all
what?
it is.
I fancy myself as a very, like, calm and serene dude, and like I got my head on my shoulders and all this different shit. But like, I'll be honest, man, the prospect of parenthood
Hmm.
scares the fuck out of me. Not
That's-
that I don't think I'd be good at it. I've had a lot of people tell me I might be good at being a parent. I don't know, but it's just the idea that, like, I don't know if my way is the right way.
And I think that's every parent's issue.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any parent knows if their way is the right way.
Yeah. It's like you're trying to teach them. You're trying to teach them as best you can.
Mhm.
You don't know if them lessons are the best until 18 years later when they look at you. When they look at you like, "Fuck you, Dad! I hated everything you said."
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
I mean, if you look at me and you and how we treat our dogs, and talk about this, like I told you,
Oh, you about to
I'm crossing some lines.
children to dogs.
Fuck yeah.
You're a parent, so you can do that.
Well, nah, yeah, I'm definitely going to compare it to a dog because we talked about this before. Dogs love their owner regardless. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That dog love is something different. And the way I talk shit about you all the time because your dog is your ace boom coon, your best friend, your child. It's tattooed on your arm. You know what I'm saying? And you always talk shit about mine. Like my dog is wild and crazy, whatever.
Yeah.
But that's the way I would treat my child. You know what I'm saying? I let her be free enough to be herself, but at the same time, I'm a protector if I have to.
Yeah.
You know, your dog is like, no, this is my opinion. If I'm wrong, correct me.
Yep.
You're like, I want to hold you close to protect you to the end of time. And your dog's like, I'm a dog, dude. I need to go out there and run. You know what I'm saying?
No. That's not entirely true.
Okay, okay, okay.
For me, my dog is like, hey, I want my dog to know, hey, like, you can go be a dog, but I got you. I'm always gonna got you. I always got you. But
Mhm.
there are rules to this shit,
Yeah.
and I need you to listen here. You can't just go off and do what you want to do.
Mm.
Like you gotta, gotta act right.
Yeah.
That's why you can't eat until I say, go ahead.
Yeah. And then my dog, the food just sits out there.
Yeah, right.
I told you I got rule. Just don't shit in my house. I don't care what you do.
I know your dog. Yeah, your dog gonna rob me in 10 years. What's gonna happen?
My dog probably gonna save your life one day.
And next time I come over, your dog gonna be like, "Oh, thank you, someone with rules."
I got rules. I got rule. Don't shit in my house and don't sleep in my bed. That's it.
Anyways,
But I ain't gonna lie. I was sleeping on the couch the last couple of days.
why? Because it just feel good to be. I love sleeping on the couch.
I mean, well, no, I don't know if I put this out here on air, but just after my whole last 2 weeks and everything, and being by myself, I was like, hey, I just need to be close to something.
Yeah.
So come here, dog.
No, I feel you.
And I think she knew it because she just laid there and just laid there like fuck it.
Yes. Sometimes you just need like the one thing about a dog is it's unconditional love.
Mhm.
Unconditional. And like people who aren't dog people don't understand. I was reading about something about like pit bulls and stuff like that, and people were just like, no, that's why I don't like dogs and all this different stuff, because they always attack people and all this different shit. I'm like, the dog is an extension of the owner.
Indeed.
If the dog is aggressive, chances are the owner is aggressive.
Mhm.
And just so happens that aggressive owners usually want a pit bull. It's not the pit bull, it's the fucking owner.
Hey, I had a Yorkie first for the record.
I'm not saying you.
He was aggressive as fuck too though.
No, but I'm saying like, whenever you see hood dudes,
Yeah.
right? What kind of dogs do they have?
They got a pit or a Doberman.
Pit, Doberman, or a Rottweiler.
Rottweiler, yep.
Okay, so of course they're gonna get that stigma as those are the dogs that are aggressive, because aggressive people tend to get those kind of dogs. I mean, you get an aggressive dog owner and you give them 2 Chihuahuas, those motherfuckers would fucking nip the shit out of you.
They're even worse.
Yeah, exactly. 2 little demons. So like, I have no idea where I was going to try to go with this story. What the fuck?
You're talking about aggressive owners and dogs and unconditional love and.
And I was dogs give unconditional love. So like, it's just I don't know where I was going with this story.
Oh gosh.
I know I love my dog, and yeah, that's my dude.
Yeah.
I don't know where I was going.
Yeah. Like I said, I talk shit about you all day long because you created that motherfucker. But look, your dog is bad as fuck.
Hell
no.
No, my dog is not bad. My dog, he's good. Just because he went after homegirl's fucking socks.
Hold on, wait. You said he's good.
Nah.
What?
First of all, homegirl fucking, that's what you get for wearing socks that look like a Muppet.
But here's the funny thing. The whole time you was around, he wasn't doing shit. As soon as you went out to the shower, he was like, playtime.
Yeah, he saw the shit. Why are you wearing stuffed animals on your feet?
Oh, man.
Play with the stuffed animal. Oh, give me a sec. My door just fucking got knocked. Hold on.
Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stick around and see what happens. Yeah. So yeah, there you have it. We watched Strange World. Not a big fan, as you have listened. A lot of things went on. There were some significant parts, but those parts didn't match up to the time. And it can be kind of complicated. But yeah, Strange World.
I just got the most unmanly thing delivered to my door.
Got a bucket of rice?
Nah, man, that's fucking. First of all, that's very manly. You know how long you gotta sit on the fucking in the patio to get that rice?
Nah, not really. don't even know where to go with that. Oh man.
I just got a humidifier delivered.
Okay.
But when you're sick, when you're feeling under the weather, the humidifier works.
Look, real people just crack a window.
Yeah, well, I live in Florida, bro. It's fucking muggy as shit outside.
Yeah, true. Well,
anyways, all right. Final thoughts on Strange World. Do you recommend this movie?
No, it's too complicated.
Yeah.
In kid form, and I'm a huge animation movie person. I love everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's in cartoon form. I just do.
Yeah.
And this one was just like, yeah.
Yeah. For me, I can't recommend it just because I think there are better movies that tell the same message in better ways. What would be a good, like, can't think of any off the top of my head.
Let's just go Up. Up was, like I told you, Up is very significant to me just because it was the last movie that me and you saw before I left Massachusetts.
No, but I mean the idea of like a father and son dynamic. A fucking Goofy movie.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Movie, yeah. It's the idea that a son is forging their own path, and the father doesn't really understand. He's trying to teach the son, through the lessons he loved, but whatever. But at the end of the day, it's like it's taking the lessons your dad taught you and using it in your own way. I think that tells that message way better than this movie.
Definitely.
And yeah, this one it's so muddled. Like I think there was a great movie in here somewhere. It's just I think they got too caught up in trying to get across a bunch of woke messages.
Yeah.
That it kind of just made not really a great movie. Yeah. Fucking Strange World, man. This is a strange world.
It is, but think about the time, or think about the movie itself, A Strange World. And they got different creatures. Like, for instance, when the dad came through, or the granddad, plowing the fields with the fire, and the creatures came over and regrew everything off the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and like, in my mind, I really felt like he was trying to be like a more animated Pandora or Avatar. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, no. So here's the thing: like when they did that, once you realize, okay, the world is a living creature, and that's the immune system like regenerating itself, and it's whatever, like, cool, that's awesome, but like you only learn that in the last 30 minutes of the movie. Like it's just one of those things where it's like there's so much in there that you don't have enough time to really delve in. Like they never explain that, but once if you're smart enough to make that connection, then okay, it's fucking cool. But a child isn't gonna make that connection. Matter of fact, fucking go watch Osmosis Jones. Osmosis Jones is a similar movie, and it tells this story way better.
Very true. That was back in the 90s.
Yeah, first of all, that movie was directed by the Farrelly brothers. Same dudes that did Dumb and Dumber.
Okay.
But yeah. It's I don't know. Yeah, I just think there's better movies out there that tell the same story in better ways. So that's why I can't recommend Strange World, which sucks because I love Disney animated movies. These motherfuckers need to go back to hand drawn.
I never thought I'd say Disney made a bad movie, but I can't think of another bad movie that Disney might have made.
There's a lot of movies. There's a lot of Disney movies I haven't seen, so I gotta check.
I mean, I ain't gonna say I've seen them all, but I'm talking even way back in the day with freaking Robin Hood as the fox. You know what I'm saying?
Fox and the Hound?
No. Fox and the Hound was one of my favorite movies.
Oh, the fucking, the actual Robin Hood. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I'm talking back when it was drawn for real.
Yeah.
Like Disney, they got a name to uphold. And this one,
this one didn't
do it.
They better come with some. They better come correct. Ain't no Frozen shit.
And they'll do some musicals just to make it sound good.
No, just what.
But Frozen was done right. There's a whole lot of metaphors in that movie, which we talked about.
Listen, I still contend that it's Moana shits on it.
Nah.
Shits on Frozen.
Nah.
And that's not just because I'm brown. It shits on Frozen.
Nah, Frozen was a dope ass movie, man.
'Cause you like white women.
For one line, look, I love all women as long as it's pink on the inside. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? If it comes up looking like been sitting in the refrigerator for too many days, I got a problem. I got a problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if it's fish, pork, chicken, steak. It needs to be pink in the inside. Just a little bit.
Oh, shit.
The steak definitely. It has to be the steak. Ooh, it's got to be crispy, glazed over, chocolate on the outside. Ooh, straight. Ooh, my mouth is watering. Ain't nothing like a good
Fat
steak, brother.
motherfucker. You fat.
Not like a good steak. You and I both know that.
Mm-hmm.
And pork, which is the other white meat. Yeah, yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
You ever wonder why the white meats give you salmonella? You can't get salmonella from beef, but you can get it from pork and chicken.
I don't know. Probably wasn't clean right. They used the wrong Dove soap. I don't know. Shit.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. But that's the movie. That's
Oh.
Strange World on Disney Plus. If you want to check it out, go ahead. But I'll be honest, there's a lot of movies on Disney Plus that you're probably better off watching than Strange World.
Yeah.
It's my opinion.
Yeah. 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 I feel like I want to watch it a third time just because. But
Do you have a final takeaway from the movie?
If anything, it'd be just that one part that I mentioned before. Yeah. Your legacy isn't what you do; it's what you leave behind. Because he left his son behind.
Yeah.
And they had a statue of him and his son in the city.
Yeah.
That's the best I got. The best I got. It ain't what you do; it's what you leave behind.
Yeah. I think for me, it's you forge your own path.
Hmm?
Don't ever feel like you need to follow in the footsteps of someone before you if
Mhm.
you truly feel like that's not your direction.
Yeah,
Because
indeed.
I guarantee you there's a lot of people in life or in history who, great people who might have been lost because they followed in the footsteps that they thought they should have followed instead of following the direction they thought they should have gone. I think that might be one of the scariest thoughts in my brain is the idea that I could devote my life to something that I wasn't passionate about, but because I thought that was the right way to go. And then realizing years later that fuck, I didn't devote my life to this thing that I don't really care about.
Yeah.
But it's never too late to pivot. It's never too late to pivot.
Never. As long as you keep living, you got a chance to do something different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
Oh man. I feel like it's the Matrix.
What do you mean?
With that part where in the very first one he says there is no spoon.
Yeah.
It's like no matter what we think we know, what was taught to us, where we want to go, there is no spoon. Like there is no real official blueprint. Just live and live the best way you can. And as we both said before, and as I'm gonna keep saying, whatever you decide to do, whatever you believe in, just don't be a shitty ass person.
I feel that.
That's what keeps the world going.
All right. Well, that was Strange World on Disney Plus. Go check it out if you guys want to see it. As always, it's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta. This is what we do.
Yes.
Movie therapy roulette. Nah, okay.
It was originally movie cover roulette.
I keep that name stays in me because we pick random shit at the last minute. It's roulette.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's 2023 and I didn't even make it through one can, so I'm good.
Hey.
As you notice, first episode of the new year, brother didn't have to go pee.
I know. I was waiting for it.
Oh no,
I'm
I
sitting,
have to go. I just
uh,
help.
hey, I'm sitting here drinking coffee in the V8, taking shots.
My ass about to get a UTI trying to do this podcast.
Oh God, don't do that. I'm trying to get my sexy back. You know what I'm saying? Because
Bro,
I got plans this summer. And
bro, you look
you
like
know
a
what I'm talking about.
just so you know, bro. You look like burnt broccoli.
What's the matter with Burke Broccoli? It's covered with cheese.
Bro, I look at
Preferably the creamy cheese that comes from, the,
you want that
I ain't
nacho
shit.
ricotta.
Look, yeah, it has to be creamy and seasoned.
Yeah,
And
season.
yeah, oh yes.
A
Yeah.
little bit of salt, a little bit of
Just a little bit.
little bit of
I,
tuna.
I provide the pepper. You know what I'm saying?
Why does this taste like tuna fish? It's cheese, but it tastes like tuna fish. Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh man, this is terrible.
One more shot, because we're kicking off this new year.
Oh, okay, yeah, this is it. With my V8.
I miss this, brother. I miss you. I fucking love you to death, and I'm glad you're back in the States. I didn't want you pulling a Brittany Grinner. Stuck
look,
over there.
I was smart. Everybody kept telling me don't do nothing stupid, and I feel like, you know what? If everybody's saying this, people that don't even know me but know stuff about me, like shit, maybe I should listen.
All right, brother.
I listened.
Let's send off this first episode 2023 off with a bang.
With the shit of a movie, but it's okay.
It's all good. I need to get you a better fucking camera, just so you know.
What's wrong with this one?
Because your hand is fucking fuzzy, bro. It's out of focus.
I guess it is.
Yeah, you see my glass is still.
It's clear enough. You can't see the Jack Daniel?
I can see the Jack Daniel.
Okay, that's all that matters then.
All right.
I'm a marketer too. I'm Splat.
All right.
Just saying. Look, look, and I've been to the distillery. Look, me and Jack are family. I somewhere in our bloodline.
I know, bro. You got that's your only gay relationship.
No, not even me. He might have been fucking like my mom or something. Who knows? Shit. Because he had a different girlfriend every day of the week.
But you're gonna wake up one night and you be like, I had a dream I was making out with Jack Daniel.
No, the fuck. What? No. Oh God. And you know what's so funny? I think I told you this. Oh God. No.
You already started. You gotta keep going.
No. Because you always say I got a love for white women, which is not true, but it's true because I love women in general. You know what I'm saying? But Jack Daniels is actually clear until it hits the barrel. Then it gets the brown color.
Yeah, it's from the oak.
You need the barrel, baby. I'm gonna change the color.
Is that why you round and rotund? Okay, I see that. You that barrel? Okay.
Oh yeah, I am. Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I can hold it to 400 pounds. What you want to do?
All right. Cheers.
Hey, love you, dude.
All right, we out.